Cradle of Civilization. This road leads to the mysterious land of Gorbustan, the home of one of the most ancient of civilizations, which has bequeathed to us examples of its culture. It was named Gorbustan, the country of ravines, due to the deep grooves cut by rainwater and melted snow running off the mountains. This is a land of fantasy. It has the feel of a different planet. Bluish mud pulses from the many active mud volcanoes here. Parched by the sun, it furrows into wrinkles and covers this ancient land in whose bosom beats a heart of fire. It is difficult to imagine that life was in full swing here thousands of years ago. The waves of the Caspian Sea broke against these rocks. Lush vegetation grew all around. The earth and sky were densely populated by the local fauna. People lived in these caves. They hunted the animals, fished the sea, conquering the deep in the earliest reed boats with a sun on the bow. From among these hunters there appeared the painters who carved pictures depicting the important events in their lives, their joys and fears, their prayers to the gods for help and for answers to the eternal questions of the universe. They have come down to us, the people of modern civilization. Once we discovered their art, we realized the depth of our roots and read a chronicle of our history. An astonishing discovery was made by the famous Norwegian scientist and adventurer Thor Heyerdahl, who visited Gorbustan twice. He believed that the ancient vessels pictured here were reed boats which were unique for their curved keel. Comparing these boats with similar ones in Norway, he came up with the hypothesis that the ancestors of the Vikings arrived in Scandinavia from Caspian shores. The secret of the rock carvings was kept by history for 15,000 years, until 1930, when limestone quarrying began here. A modern man, armed with sledgehammer and modern equipment, came across strange drawings carved on the huge stones, depicting the scenes of everyday life of the ancient dwellers. From that day on, ever greater attention has been focused on this unique historical monument. The Gorbistan State Historical and Artistic Reserve was established in 1966 on an area of 4,000 hectares. As a unique monument of global significance, it was included in UNESCO's list of World Heritage in 2007. Archaeological investigations of the ancient dwellings, caves and settlements, about 40 burial mounds, and more than 100,000 artifacts found in Gorbistan indicate that this may be considered one of the cradles of civilization. The Gorbistan collection of petroglyphs is unrivaled in scale and age. It contains more than 6,000 carved pictures on 1,000 rocks, dating from the Mesolithic period to the Middle Ages. Scientists believe that most of the carvings are of cult character. The petroglyphs were the means of contact between primitive man and the gods, a particular form of request and answer. The Gorbistan drawings depict the stories of our ancestors. They testify to the breadth of outlook of the ancient dwellers of Azerbaijan, which was already formed in the Paleolithic era. A strange feeling can overtake you among the grey rocks of Gorbistan. Here, far removed from modern civilization, you may be transported in your imagination to that distant epoch, when the ancients inhabited these caves. You can picture some savage tribesmen chasing a huge buffalo, driving it to a cliff edge and over, with their dancing and hallooing. The gavaldash, a stone tambourine, is thought to be one of the most ancient musical instruments in the world. It brings you the breath of bygone epochs. It resounds around the rocks, raising in your imagination the ancient ritual dances that so resemble the Azerbaijani folk dance, the yalli. As well as the ancient rock carvings here, there is a Latin inscription at the base of the Boyukdash rock. It dates from between 84 and 96 AD and is evidence of the presence of Roman legions near Baku. In the time of Emperor Domitian Caesar Augustus Germanicus, Lucius Julius Maximus, centurion of the 12th Lightning Legion. And now, from the ancient Roman Empire, let's cast a glance into the future of this mysterious land. A project proposed by Azerbaijan's Ministry of Culture and Tourism includes the creation of a Gorbistan open-air museum at the top of Boyukdash mountain. The trip to an unknown land will begin in a small carriage through a tunnel. A magnificent view of the area will open up at the top of the mountain, an oasis of Azerbaijan's culture and nature. The museum will offer information about the country's 9 climatic zones, its flora and fauna, and the ancient inhabitants of this land. While walking through the vast territory of this picturesque park, you will peep into the dwelling of primitive man, or find yourself on the amphitheatre stage, and with the help of the latest technology and interactive multimedia, you will learn many curious facts from the history of Azerbaijan. This zone will be constructed as an ecological town, without damaging the environment. When standing over the land of Gorbustan, one will have the feeling of leaving behind everything on earth. Life will be measured not in hours and seconds, but in eras and millennia. Only the sky exists in this world, with fantastic landscapes and the waves of the boundless Caspian, roaring to the rhythm of the mysterious rocks.